Hey everyone, it's Karen. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome. I am happy to have you. In today's video, we are going to be doing a quick recap of my budget for the last 2 weeks and then preparing my budget for the next 2 weeks. So if you're interested in that, I hope you'll stay tuned. Alright you guys, so we're going to do a quick recap, which I think I forgot to do. Oh, ever the unprepared. Okay, let me... Normally I have this already done with you guys, but let's just go ahead and do it together. Let me go ahead and zoom you in. You guys, thank you for all of your feedback. I didn't realize that you guys were all sitting over on the other side of the screen squinting, trying to see what I'm writing. So thank you. Okay, so for those of you who are new here, I only budget my income. I don't budget my husband's income. And I budget bi-weekly. I get paid every other Friday, and I budget every other Friday for the next 2 weeks. So I always know what my income is, and I always know what my bills are. The only thing that fluctuates in my budget is pretty much this area right here, my bi-weekly expenses, which are my groceries, gas for the car, my food fund, well, like eating out or anything like that, miscellaneous, which, you know, could be anything, and then our water jugs for our drinking water. So this part fluctuates, this part does not. So that being said, my income was $17.33. I had rollover of $142, and my this and that was $103. So my total income for the last 2 weeks was $19.78. My bills, I had $130 for internet, I had $4 for my phone insurance, and then I had $85 for half of my cell phone bill, so that was $219, which left me a balance of $1,759. Okay, I'll fill in all the rest of the stuff later, but basically for my groceries, we spent, I budgeted $300 and I have $170 left. So I spent $130 in groceries, which is really low for us. We've been trying to use what's in our freezer, and plus my daughter is kind of home sometimes, kind of not, but then my middle son was in San Jose for like 5 days. That saved us a lot of money. You guys, it really does, because he's very picky and he eats a lot. So without him being here, we were, you know, our leftovers lasted us longer. If Mark and I are okay just having like a sandwich or something small for dinner, we're okay, you know, we're okay with that. But we cook because, well, because it's better, you know, to eat a healthy meal. And then with Nicholas here too. So anyways, that saved us money with him not being here. Okay, our fuel, I budgeted $40. We spent $20. Speak of the devil, he just came home. He's getting, I think he went to go get, I think he went to the gym. Anywho, okay, for food fun, I budgeted $80 and we have $12 left. So that means, oh no, we have $80 minus $12. So that means I spent $68 in food fun. And then miscellaneous, I budgeted $60. We have $30 left, so that means I spent $30. And then for our drinking water, I think we have all 15. And that's not to say that we didn't get drinking water. That just means my husband paid for it out of his income. So we have 15 there. Okay, so my actual spent in my bi-weekly expenses is $130 plus 20 plus 68 plus 30 plus 15, so $263. So if I take $1,759 from here, and then I subtract 263, oops, 1,759 minus 263, I am left with 1,496. And then all of my savings areas, my games and savings challenges, this is all the same as well. This does not change. So 80, 80, 100, 100, 142 equals 502. So if I take $14.96 minus $502, I am left with $9.94. And then subtract all of the money that I used for my sinking funds of $712. I am left with $282. And then if I subtract my buffer of $50, I am left with $232. Is that what I budgeted? I worked out my budget on my iPad. No, I'm off. $247. Oops. $247 minus $232. So I'm off by $15. Oh, because I didn't spend any for drinking, this should have been $0. Oh, now I have whiteout. My actual was $0. I don't like whiteout in my planner, but I don't like to use the erasable pens either, because the ink disappears when it gets hot. Okay, so let me erase this. Oh, you guys, I think this is going to be a bit longer video because, like I said, I usually have this all done. Okay, let's do that, and then let's get rid of this. Okay. All right, so my actual, this is $0. Okay, so 130 plus 20 plus 68 plus 30 equals 248 is my actual spending. 248. Okay, so 1,759 minus 248 equals 1,511. Okay. Ooh, I don't like the way that looks. And I'm gonna sneeze. Oh, sorry about that. Okay, so if we take 1,511 minus my 502, which was how much I did for my games and savings challenges, I am left with 750. That's still not working out, right? 1,511 minus 502 equals 1,009. You guys. Okay. 1,009. Okay, and then 1,009 minus what I put into my sinking funds leaves us 297. Okay, and then if I subtract what was left in my buffer, $50, I am left with 247. So that's how much money I should have in rollover. Okay, so just to double check, let's go through my wallet. And I have 170 plus 20 plus 12 plus 30 plus 15 equals 247. Okay, so I have $247 left over in rollover money. Okay, so that is where that ended up. Alrighty, so let me get out my budget worksheets here. Okay, and let's go over to my monthly view. Can you see it still? Okay, so let's see. For February, we're here. My payday is here. So let's get a marker and let's see. Let me find one and I'll be right back. Hold please. Okay, so let's just go ahead and use this color, this highlighter. Okay, so my payday is here. We're working with my payday for February 21. So I'm just going to highlight that in yellow. And then all of the bills that I'm going to pay with this paycheck, I'm going to also highlight in yellow. Now, my Verizon, I took out $85. If we go to my budget, last pay cycle, I kept back half Verizon of $85. Okay, so this part is still sitting in my bank account. So my Verizon bill is $195, but I've already held back $85. So now I just need to put $110. So let's just make a note right here so that I don't forget. Verizon 110, right? 195 minus the 85 I already held back. So 110 is how much I need to budget. Okay, so we are going to underline this one because I underlined this one in blue because I paid half of it with this paycheck. So now I'm gonna underline it again in yellow so that I know half is coming out of this paycheck. Okay, and then I'm also going to pay my Edison bill, which is, hold on, okay, my Edison bill is $69, and that is my electricity. And then I'm also going to pay the phone insurance here for my daughter's cell phone, so we're going to highlight that in yellow. And then we're also going to go into March, because I don't get paid again until March 7th. So for this paycheck here at the end of February, we're also going to go ahead and include Cricket for $10. And then I'm also going to include my gas bill for $46. Even though it lands on the next payday, I mean, I could take it out of my March 7th payday, but I'm going to go ahead and take it out of my February 21 payday. Okay, so to recap for you guys, with this paycheck, we're going to be paying half of my Verizon bill. We're going to be paying $69 for my Edison bill, $10 for my daughter's phone insurance, $10 for my Cricket, and then $46 for gas. Okay, so I am going to move this up and out of the way. You guys won't be able to see it, but I still can. All right, and then we're going to bring in my budget sheets and my little sticky note. Okay, so we can you still see? Alrighty, how's that? I have to have my paper tilted, you guys. I'm sorry. I mean, it's hard for me to write like this. I have to have my paper tilted a little bit, so I hope that doesn't bother you too much. If it does, I'm really sorry, but I can't change that. Okay, so I'm going to go back to my February monthly just so that I can reference it. Okay, so my payday is going to be $221. And my pay cycle is going to go from $221 all the way through March 6th, because the next time I get paid is March 7th. So my budget cycle is going to go through 3/6. Okay? Alrighty. Through 3/06. Okay. My income is me, and I came in at $17.28. I am also going to be including my rollover money, which was $247, and that was all of the money that was left in my wallet. Okay, and then I'm also going to do this and that. And this is my YouTube and or Etsy. Whatever income I get from those two sources, I also do giving on top of that income. So this budget cycle, my giving on top of that is going to be $32. And for my rollover $247, I put it incoming here, even though it's not actual like income. I do put it here so that I can show it outgoing in this section. And then my giving, I show it here for my this and that. I show it incoming here so that I can show it outgoing here in my giving sinking fund. Okay? All right. So we have 1728 plus 247 plus 32 equals 2007. Okay? So now I'm going to list my bills that we just went over. So I'm going to do my Verizon, half Verizon, and that was this $110. Okay. Another thing you won't see in my budget is change. I don't do change. I round income, I round down to the nearest dollar, and bills and everything else I round up to the nearest dollar. So it just, whatever change is left there, it just kind of stays in my checking account. But I don't like to deal with change in my budget. I like whole numbers. Okay, so we're going to do my Verizon. We're going to do Southern California Edison, which is my electricity, and that's $69. We're going to do phone insurance for my daughter, Kayla, and that's $10. All right, moving over into March, we're also going to do Cricket, and that's $10. And then we're going to do my gas, and that is $46. And that's my natural gas for my house, like heating my home. It's not for like my cars. Okay, so I have, this should equal 245. 110 plus 69 plus 10, 10, and 46 is 245. Okay, so if I take this amount, 2007, can you see? 2007 minus 245, I am left with 1,762. Okay, coming up here to my bi-weekly expenses, we're going to go ahead and do 300 for groceries. We're going to do 40 for fuel. We're going to do 80 for food fund. We're going to do 60 for miscellaneous, and we're going to do 15 for our drinking water, and that totals $495. So if I take this 1,062 and I minus 495, I am left with 1,267. Okay, we're good? Alrighty. And you guys, I'm super excited because we have a little bit of extra money here from rollover. So I'm gonna go back this time to $100 for Mini Mondays, which means I'll get to play with $50 for the next 2 weeks. And then also $100 for Faith Fridays, which also means I'll get to play with $50 for the next 2 weeks. I'm going to add in my goals binder. I have some financial goals that I'm trying to meet this year, and that requires me to take about $130 from each paycheck. So I'm gonna, I was just putting that into the respective sinking funds, but I think I'm gonna play games instead and kind of make it a little more fun. So for my goals binder, I'm gonna take $130. For my vacation binder, we are planning a trip to Hawaii in October, and I have made a goal to take out $100 per paycheck, so we'll do that. And so in my filming schedule, my goals binder and my vacation binder, those stuffings will be on Tuesdays, and they'll alternate. So this coming Tuesday after my cash stuffing will be my goals binder, and then the Tuesday after that will be my vacation binder, and then I'll get paid again, and then we'll do goals binder, and I'll just go on from there. Okay, for my games, I'm going to take out $80, and then I'm also going to do games here, and I'm going to use the rollover money from here. Okay, so $247 here is going to come out for my rollover here for my games. Okay, so this totals 100 plus 100 plus 130, 100 plus 80 plus 247 equals 757. Okay, and that leaves us $510, right? If we take 1,267 and we minus 757, we are left with $510. Okay, alrighty. Onto our sinking funds, we have $510 that we are working with. I just like to make a note up there so I don't have to flip back and forth. Okay, so for my giving is going to be $205. Next holiday is going to get $10. Graduation is also getting 10. Each of my kids is going to get 15. And my dentist is going to get $10. And these are my priority sinking funds. So this totals $280. Okay. This section right here are my annual sinking funds. So Auto Club is going to get 10. Canva is going to get 5. Costco 7. Dog Tags 10. Escrow 15. Hold please. Okay, and this escrow is in case our in case we come up short for property taxes and homeowners insurance. This is just kind of an extra side savings in case we need to pull from there in order to make up any kind of lack or any kind of difference. Okay, P.O. Box is 7. Prime is fully funded. Tahoe tags is 5. Tax prep is 15. And that's for our accountant. I used to just have it called taxes, but now I'm calling it tax prep so that I can differentiate that between my tax buffer, which is $20. So my tax prep is to pay our accountant to help us prepare our taxes. My tax buffer is because we just got our taxes done a few weeks ago or a couple weeks ago, and we owe money. Now I have a place from which I can pull that money to pay, but I'm going to start a tax buffer sinking fund in case I owe next year. So I'm going to try to put $20 per paycheck into this little buffer envelope just to kind of offset what we might owe. It may not cover everything. We may not need it. I don't know. But this is just to help offset any taxes we might owe next year. Okay, so that's the difference between tax prep and tax buffer. Okay, and then truck tags at $7. And this totals $101. Okay, my revolving sinking funds here, this section, we're going to put 20 to beauty. We're going to put 10 to date night. We're going to put 10 to gifts. We're going to put 10 to puppers and 10 to utilities. And this utility envelope is for a higher, what I'm anticipating is going to be a higher electric bill this summer. We haven't had to use it because I was kind of thinking it could be used for like a higher gas bill in the winter, but in all honesty, it hasn't really been cold here. We've had not a very good winter, you guys. As a matter of fact, I'm sitting here in my craft room and my window is wide open and it's 9 o'clock at night. It's not even cold. So anyways, this utilities will probably go towards a higher electric bill in the summer. So I'm going to put $10 to that. And then that totals $20, $30, $40, $50, $60. Okay. So I have 280 plus 101 plus 60 equals 441 in sinking funds. I'm not going to put any here because these are my long-term savings categories, my long-term sinking funds, and most of these are funded through my mini Mondays. So I'm not going to put anything specifically to those right now. Okay, so this again is going to be from 221 through 306. Okay, so let's see. If I do 441, if I'm going back to my first page here, my sinking total is going to be $441. So if I subtract 510 minus 441, that leaves me $69, which I will leave in my account as a buffer. Okay? Alrighty, so I think that's a good budget. What I'm going to need in cash then is $495 for my biweekly expenses. I'm going to need all of this money except for this $247 because I already have it in cash because it's left over from my wallet. So $495 plus, plus 100 plus 100 plus 130 plus 100 plus 80 equals $1,005. And then I'm also going to need this $441 for my sinking funds. So I'm going to need $1,446 in cash. Right? 757 minus 247 equals 510. Is that right? Is that just a coincidence? 757 minus 247 equals 510. Okay, plus 495 plus 441. 1,446. Okay, yes. Alrighty. So let me zoom you guys back out to normal. Okay. Alright, was that better, you guys? Let me know. Sometimes I feel like if things are too close up, it's like kind of motion sickness-y, but let me know if that was a little bit better. But I think this is going to be a good working budget. Let me just go back here and put my worksheets in. Okay, so we, just to make sure, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bills, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we're good, you guys. I hope that was clear, and I'm sorry about all of this nonsense. This is all icky. I'm tempted now to just print out another worksheet and just rewrite everything because I do not like that at all. We'll see though. But anyways, I think this is going to be a good budget for us in the next 2 weeks. And I'm super excited. Ooh, I just love being in my budget. I was mentioning it in my Faith Friday video that came out yesterday. For those of you who are watching on Saturday, my Faith Friday video came out yesterday, Friday, and I was telling you guys or whoever was watching at that point that I just love my budget. I'm always so excited for it. It's like I don't know, it's like a puzzle for me. Not that I have to like fit things together, but I love when I can just like work the numbers and then it just, I know that everything's taken care of. I know that I'm putting money away for my savings. I know that I have money to play games with, and it's just so satisfying. I just love it. Anyways, okay, so that is going to do it for me today, you guys. If you have any questions or comments, go ahead and leave those down below. And let me know if the zooming in was okay for you guys, if you want me to zoom in that much, if you want me to zoom out just a little, let me know. But anyways, that's going to do it for me. And like I said, if you have any questions or comments, go ahead and leave those down below. If you are interested in the budget worksheets, they are in my Etsy shop, which is also in the video description box. So yeah, if you want to go over there, you can. But yeah, that's going to do it for me today, you guys. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you so much. And I will see you all next time. Take care. Bye-bye.